enjoyed playing Madeleine. She's a character that has a lot going on in her mind, and bringing that to stage was a lot of fun. We had to think of a lot of different ways how to portray her feelings though, because the whole time she's just really sitting on the couch, and her couch is kind of where she expresses herself. And this play is really important because it shows that she's thinking about how bad it is that she's hiding things in silence, and then halfway through the play she's actually now speaking out. Silence. In a house like this, it's the most important thing.
It came with rehearsal, I guess. I didn't know what I was doing at first, but then the more we worked on it, the more the character came to life.
You know, kiss for hubby. I'm thirsty, I want to be.
Going into Creon, it was, I kind of figured I'd have to be that powerful figure that, you know, didn't, his view was always the right view, and like anyone who challenged that was always going to be trouble for him. You know, I kind of built off rehearsals, I built off Alexandra, and it took a while, but it really came together.
Going into it, I think we both didn't know how we wanted to act out these characters, but then as we like went along, we realized we were going to be like the powerful one. So he was like the powerful male who, like he said, only wanted it his way, and I was the female that was willing to stand up for that and willing to challenge him. And guess like those characters just developed through rehearsals and through talking with the facilitators, as well as us two discussing how we wanted to act.
I just kind of tried to think about how a little kid would act in that situation, the parents fighting and the make-believe world fighting. So that's just really how I prepared myself before we started every time.
And how did you feel about the whole drawing aspect? Do you think that was?
I thought that was really cool. Just because little kids don't really express themselves that much verbally, so it was Claudette's way of showing how frustrated she was. And just, I like how we brought it into actually drawing the Creon and Antigone.
With our lighting choices, those were made to act in harmony with our sound choices as well. So we established a clear distinction between the two worlds by having a cool lighting wash for the real world, where Claude is dealing with his parents' argument, and a warmer wash for the world that he fantasizes about. In doing so, it meant that when we decided to make the two worlds come together, it had a more powerful effect.
I wanted to make the music reflect them and what's going on in that fake world. And then when the two worlds start mashing together, I wanted to keep the whole string section and keep the music just going in this intense, epic kind of way until the very end, when everything goes back to normal and it just goes back to the real world.
We took the real world and we mashed it up with Antigone, and what we really wanted to do was to get across the idea of having like two different worlds. So it took us a couple days in total to get it done, where at first we started off with, there was a group of 4 of us who did about the first half of the script, and then we divided up the other half of the script to a whole bunch of smaller groups so everyone in the class could have participation in it. And so it was interesting, and the script did go through a whole bunch of different changes, just in terms of like, well, this line isn't good, we'll take it out, maybe we'll move this line over here just so it flows a little better.
My name's Mike and I was doing the props with my friend Parker, and there's not really too much to say about that. We just wanted to highlight the themes in the script, and first of all we wanted to really indicate that there was a house setting on stage. So we put the bench there, but it just looked like a bench, it looked like it could be in the park, so we wanted to put a blanket over it, and then it passed off as a couch. And that was the biggest solve for us, was just to make it look like a house, but also to make it look empty at the same time.
I wanted to keep it very, almost like very quiet and very sad throughout the real world.
Silence.
Yeah, silence.
Silence is not a good thing, and Alex made her silent, and that's bad. And
So Madeline always is hiding things in silence, and this play is really important because it shows that she's thinking about how bad it is that she's hiding things in silence, and then halfway through the play she's actually now speaking out.
Overall, I really liked how it turned out. Yay!
we all sort of just, there were like 20 different directors in the room together, so I like that. Like nobody was telling anyone what to do. We sort of just tried, saw what worked, saw what didn't, and that was fun. Is this for the behind the scenes business? Get away from me. I'm not part of the whole, I'm not in on all that. Let's talk for a second. I've seen all those behind the scenes business with DVDs, okay? We're not a cool enough cast.
Is everybody ready? Which one do you want to start?